Okay. Do panic and anxiety worsen breathing rhythm and affect a patient health? Dr. Subramaniam, do panic and anxiety worsen the breathing rhythm and affect patient health? A doctor's educational
Absolutely.
video recently seemed to suggest. So, what would you say?
Absolutely. See, even in our hospitalized patients, we've seen that anxiety and panic are a natural phenomenon and a reaction to the cytokines that are being released. But it's kind of a vicious circle. If you
Right.
have more anxiety, you secrete more cytokines, and when you secrete more cytokines, you have more anxiety. And it doesn't help that you're in a very alien atmosphere where everybody's wearing PPE and you can't make out anything. So I think both at home and in the hospital, we need to make sure that we reassure our patient that they are okay, be nice and say nice things, even if you're
Right.
not very sure about it, and make sure they are as calm as possible. You don't want them worked up because that actually feeds into the whole process, and you don't
Right.
want them worsening because of that.
I've got a question from Uttar Pradesh Minister Siddharth Nath Singh. Can a childbearing age girl also vaccinate, Dr. Subramaniam? Can a childbearing age girl also vaccinate?
Yes.
See, there's a difference between a childbearing age group and a childbearing. Everybody can take the vaccine, practically speaking.
Right.
The only question is about pregnancy, and the government is yet to give a directive on this. As of right now, the recommendation is not to vaccinate. And if you look at the Oxford vaccine, they have said you need to have a discussion on the risk-benefit ratio, and if you believe that the benefit is higher than the risk, you can
Right.
consider that. The only data is from the mRNA vaccines, the Pfizer and Moderna in the US. As of right now, there is a little bit of discussion on whether pregnant women should be vaccinated. But if you're not pregnant, absolutely no problem taking the vaccine. It's the best thing you can do.
Dr. Mahajan, the worry being expressed, and this is leading up from what you said. What if I'm asymptomatic, go to the hospital to take a vaccine? Should I, how worried should I be? You said you don't need to test before you go for a vaccine. But what if it turns out I'm asymptomatic and I go to the hospital to take a vaccine? Very quickly.
See, if you're asymptomatic and you take the vaccine, nothing is going to go wrong. I mean, the data, whatever is there, suggests that you don't need to test. And if you're asymptomatic, wearing a mask, then you will not infect others who are in the queue. So it's imperative that when you go for vaccination, just as anywhere else where there may be multiple people, do wear a mask. And today we are recommending double masks, so that benefit of the mask is not only for yourself, but also for reducing transmission, which a single mask reduces by nearly 95%. So if everyone's wearing a mask, even when you go to a vaccination center, your chance of getting a disease is very less unless you're on top of each other.
There are a few people. There are a few people who are getting heart trouble. There are a few people getting heart trouble after COVID. Should that be a worry? Should I be consulting a cardiologist very quickly, Dr. Subramaniam?
No, not really. See, the guidelines are very clear. There is no increased incidence of really bad things happening. You're actually at worse off if you don't take the vaccine. So no, there is really no specific medical condition which says you need to get a doctor's prescription to get a vaccine. Everybody can get the vaccine straight away.
Okay, but should I be worried about any impact on the heart? Impact
Absolutely
on the heart
not.
of COVID? Does COVID
Let me put it
impact
like
the heart
this.
and not just the lungs?
Yes, COVID increased the risk of heart attack. So if you don't want a heart attack, take the vaccine.
Okay. I think one last question. Amit Brahmo asks, why COVID protocol in last rites? Does the virus spread once a patient is dead? Dr. Garg, very quick answer.
No, basically it's not that, but then we have to protect we have to take care of the body very, very carefully. And you see, after the death, basically that's what we do, the embalming of the body, so it doesn't spread like that. So, but then when it comes to organ donation, particularly the bodies are being donated in Western countries, which are the positive bodies, but we treat them accordingly. But in India, so far, we are not accepting the bodies of the dead patients.
Dr. Kumar, how risky is air travel? Should air travel be avoided altogether? Very quickly.
Rajdeep, in today's context, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, My unambiguous and very clear begging request from the whole country is to stay put inside the house unless it is unavoidable. 4 lakh new proved cases a day, real cases maybe 3, 4, 5 times, is something no country can handle. And therefore, the only way to break this chain is to stay inside the house. Please, it's our national duty today.
I want to ask one last question to you, Dr. Subramaniam. How do we manage COVID plus children at home? I have children at home. How do I manage it in that situation to ensure they don't get infected? Very quickly, Dr. Subramaniam.
Infection of children, of your own children, is inevitable. Do not get petrified about that. The good news is children take on COVID and come out unscathed. There are long-term complications, don't worry about that. But COVID is not a major threat for children, at least this wave so far. So no reason to panic.
And just one question to you, Dr. Mahajan. Should patients consider ICU setups at home? Many companies are offering this. Quick last answer.
See, it's a stopgap arrangement. If you need a ICU, you need to be in a proper ICU. But we know that there's a huge shortage of beds to, tide over the time. It may be useful to create something at home. But if you feel that you can get the same kind of treatment at home, what you get in a hospital's ICU, that's not possible. But if you have to wait for a day or two before you get a ICU bed, you can do it.
Well, at the end of the day, getting an ICU bed is proving to be the biggest challenge in several parts of the country. I say, even if God came, he would struggle to get an ICU bed at the moment. In some cities. We are Bhagwan Bharose at times, but we are Doctor Bharose as well, which is why it was very important to get answers to several of the queries. We will continue with our FAQs in subsequent programs, but for now, thank you all to all our doctors for joining us on